Hey, how's it going? Yeah, I'm extremely late for this video. Uh wanted to do this video for a very long time now, but I just never had the chance uh to get into it, unfortunately. Hey, Robert. Yeah, I was my computer was being dumb. Well, that's not a computer thing. It's a restream thing. Restream is like, "Oh, hey, you want to show a what's it called, a presentation of photos or whatever?" And I'm like, yeah, I totally want to do that. They're like, sorry, we can only get like jpg, or is it jpeg or something like that. Hey, Sultan Al Fahim. uh and I'm like, okay, cool, so what's the problem? They're like, well, your format doesn't freaking match. And I'm like, wow, if you need a co-host tonight, I'm free. That, and I'm bored. LOL. That's cool. Just asking. That's fine. I can have you up here. Just have to find out the JPEG. Like when you save like a photo, and like when you save a photo, it's gonna have its own format, and I think one of them is called a JPEG, and then there's PNG. Uh, there's like a lot. Wrong button. Key, PDF, docs, like DOCX, and then KEY. I don't know what KEY is. Excuse me. Yeah, Robert explained it. It's better in writing because you can actually spell it out. Uh, Shoot. How do I? Totally forgot how I can get the link again. Oh well, how's everybody doing? I gotta ask that because I do actually care. Totally forgot I had this. Invite. Where's the invite button? Oops, shoot. That's the wrong button. What happens if I click this? No. What happens if I click this? No! Oh, I think I found it. Yay! Oh, great. Now I gotta open up the Discord. How are you, Bianca? I'm doing fine. I wanted to do this so freaking early, but then stuff happened. Like, you have to do stuff like errands, eat food, etc. Where are you, Robert? Oh, I am here. Key. Let me know if it sends to you, Robert, because I know technology is dumb. Ouch. Random pain here and there. Boop boop. I hope I send it to you in the right format. Oh, wait. Sultan, I asked how are you, and you didn't say.
Hello.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Está muy bien.
Yeah, good, good. Muy bien, muy bien. Igualmente.
Gracias. I only know the basics. I only know the basics from early Spanish class.
Me too. Hi, James.
Oh, and there's Tristan.
Bonk.
Bonk.
Get out of here, Tristan. No noobs allowed. Oh, wait, that's me. I'll just see myself out then. It's
hey,
okay.
hey,
You can
she's
take
been on
over.
my show. She's been on my show, so technically she was a noob at least once.
I feel like
Turtle
it's a
related.
majority of the time.
But
There's something I'm trying to do, but I'm trying to figure out how the frick do I
Oh,
do this.
you're trying to figure. Let me guess. You're trying to figure out how to share a video or share a screen.
Oh no.
Oh, then what are you trying to
I'm
do?
doing something else.
Oh.
A B C D 1 2 3 da 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 da. That's actually how I remember. Don't judge me.
Oh, we're all
Reese,
gonna
you're
judge you.
here.
We're all gonna judge
So
you.
it's fine. So I'm actually gonna do this the longer and the harder way.
Hmm? Well, okay. What exactly
uh,
are you doing? Because I could help out.
can you convert all my PNGs to a JPEG?
Okay, that is weird. You should be able to do it. Did you do a share screen?
It says, well, I'm gonna do a share screen now
But that's what I would.
because
That's what I would do. That's what I would do. Just share the screen. All right. Don't. Which you're trying to do it the complicated way of putting it in there. Share screen's what I always do, and it's the easiest way of doing it.
yeah, but it looks nicer.
Yeah, it can look nicer. Yeah, but trust me, less headaches is much better than things looking pretty.
I just wanted to be a professional. Can I do this here? No, I have to get out. Eee! Okay, hi guys. So, as the freaking thumbnail that I worked really hard on entails. By the way, you guys better compliment my thumbnail. I worked really hard
Oh,
on
I really
that.
like. I love that thumbnail. That looked really good.
Yee. Hey, cartoons and comics. I was gonna say, what's the large red button? And I'm like, oh shoot, that's the like button. I thought you meant to flag me. I'm like, what did I do? Cool. So I'm not sure if you've were hearing it for like the past month or
Mm,
whatever, but there's been a lot of debacle with the She-Hulk and how she looks.
of course, we've talked. I think we've talked about that before.
Yes, that was by accident. I didn't even click that. Right. So, I found a lot of people talking,
Hmm.
and it's comic fans, quote unquote comic fans, and then I want to call them comic allies because
Oh
I've
boy.
done this before
Hmm.
from my own experience. What we'll do is that whoever we think has the most experience, like you don't even have to say anything extravagant. Just say, "Hey, I've been reading so and so years, and so that makes us inclined to like believe you in everything you say." And then when that
Yes.
happens, we take it to heart and then tell and spam other people when it turns out that's not at all true, or it's more like a half truth, or it's your
Yeah.
bias coming out instead
Yeah.
of what's actually happening.
Yep.
So for a lot of the She-Hulk stuff, we're going to start with that one first because that one's coming out like next month.
Hmm. Oh, by the way, looks like. Hey, Tristan, why don't you just commission Bianca to do your thumbnails?
I need to find someone who does commissions as good as Bianca's thumbnail. She doesn't have to commission me for it. I can do it, or I know people who can do it. I know a lot of artists, so I know how they can make thumbnails. My cousin also does graphic design, so he does that.
Hmm.
Blah 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 blah.
I mean, I used to do my own fancy thumbnail before I got lazy.
That's why you're not getting any views. I'm just kidding.
Nah, even those old ones didn't give me many views either, and it just felt like, why put in all the work if it's not going to do much?
I know, like for the thumbnail you guys saw, expect a lot more of that because I'm gonna be copy and pasting it, but just writing in a different thing and like, yeah, like what you said. Is he lagging on everybody's
That's
end, or
exactly
is it
what I
just
do.
me?
I
Oh,
mean, you've seen that with.
never mind.
Yep,
You caught up.
yep, sorry about that. Sorry, I don't know what's up. Hold on.
It's because of your state. I live in
Nah.
Florida. I got the best internet.
Boy, you know what? There used to be a day when I think Georgia used to have the best everything, internet and all that wise.
Shoot, I'm moving to Georgia.
They used to.
Dang, who has the best one right now?
I have no idea who has it now. The main reason why they used to have is because that was when where cable really started.
I know it's not Ohio. Weirdos in Ohio. I'm just kidding. To
Well,
anybody
I'm in
saying I'm
Michigan. We got
Ohio.
plenty of weirdos.
I live in Florida. Apparently, we're the epitome of weirdos. And I'm like, Florida, gosh dang it.
Florida man, Florida girl.
There's a Florida girl?
Well, there's that comic whatever that had a crossover with Common America.
Huh. I
You
am
didn't
so
see
behind
it?
on I'm behind on the Kickstarter, like Common America books. I have to buy it from the actual
Iconic comics.
website on rather than the Kickstarters because I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to wait. Well, you live in like the Bronx, I believe it was James. Type in Florida man and your birthday. Do
Yeah,
it.
what the heck?
I'm scared.
Wait, including the year?
The year matters.
I can get. I don't know. That's why I was asking.
Uh oh, apparently it's called the Florida Man Birthday Challenge. Doot, doot,
Hmm.
doot. It's a website, so it's just the month.
Oh, just a month. All right. Hmm. Well, there's a Twitter one out up there on January 10th. Florida man arrested again. This was back in 2015.
You know, I thought Florida Man was literally one guy, and I'm like, how is one guy doing all of this
No,
stuff?
no, nope. It's just a general.
Of course, I get the weird ones.
Look at Tristan's.
Where did it? What am I looking at? Oh shoot, I'm on the wrong freaking screen. Mine is Florida Man dressed like Fred Flintstone pulled over in his footmobile. Bianca is Florida woman.
Oh.
She rides the alligators to work. That's true. So for me, um, what I got was the headline's a title. The headline title is a joke too. Romaine calm. Florida man accused of lashing out at fast food workers over lack of lettuce. I don't even like lettuce anymore. This is bullying, Tristan.
Florida man arrested for throwing pizza at father after finding out his dad helped birth him. What?
Oh my gosh.
What? I'm sorry. What? That is weird.
Mine is Florida man arrested for alligator in family restaurant. Honestly, I would not be surprised about that in Florida.
Yeah,
I've seen some weird stuff in Florida. What was I talking about? Oh, I'm talking about the freaking She-Hulk, whatever.
yeah. She-Hulk. She-Hulk.
Right. So, as many of you know, possibly, if you don't, here's the skedaddle skadoodle. She-Hulk was created in the 80s.
Yep, one of Stan Lee's last full-on creations he actually had a hand in.
Correct. And
Only did the
good thing
first
you're
issue.
here.
Only did the first issue.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, he only did the first issue, and then it was, shoot, I
It
only remember the
wasn't
artist,
for
which name was
it wasn't.
Steve.
Hold on. Savage She-Hulk #2.
I feel so bad.
That would have been David Kraft actually did the second issue of it with Mike Vosberg. So in other words, they just put on some of the smaller tier talent at first.
Excuse me. So this is me sharing my screen. Here it is. This is from my comic book.
Ooh.
Hey, random draw. That's dyslexia working right there. I don't even think I have dyslexia. Random dude draws. Hey, what up? What kind of weird game is this Florida Man thing? Apparently, it's a birthday challenge. You put Florida Man and then your birth month, and then you see what pops up. It's weird, random, like your name. And so here is the She-Hulk first comic book, first comic book ever.
Number one.
Mine's in freaking black and white,
Yeah, because you have the showcases.
I guess.
That's
It
what
was
those things are called.
the
That's what those things are called, the showcase editions.
dang, my cousin got me the showcase
Hey,
edition.
hey,
How
those aren't
dare
bad. Those
she?
aren't bad because those are like phone book size.
I know I like the hugeness. I just the colorlessness makes me nauseous.
True, but it's cheaper.
That's true. It was 25 bucks, I believe. It was actually, you know what? That is my fault because I had this on my wish list and I sent it to her on my Amazon.
So blame yourself.
I blame myself.
So yeah, it looks like David Croft did the all the entire except for the first issue. He did the entirety of that first volume from 2 to 25.
That's it is awesome possum.
Yeah,
Cool. So now we're gonna go to the next one.
which was John Burns.
I thought that would share. Hold on.
Well,
Apparently I have to keep doing this.
to be fair,
Boom.
oh wait, that's Dan Slott's era.
Yep.
You skip Burn. Why'd you skip Burn?
Shoot. You're right.
Well, just zoom in on mine. Just zoom in on mine.
Alright, hold on. I'm trying to like alt tab right now and I'm wondering where the heck we are. Oh, there you are. Boop.
Yeah, just yep.
Bruh, but I had him on here. I saved it and I screenshotted it. I made PowerPoints of it.
Oh,
So that is the She Hulk from the 80s,
yeah, that's the John Byrne
90s,
one where she
right?
was breaking the fourth wall well before Deadpool ever existed.
Correct. Boop. Since everybody wants to be everyone's like, oh my gosh, everybody wants to be Deadpool. I'm like, everybody was Deadpool before was Deadpool.
Well,
Not
She-Hulk was
everybody,
Deadpool before it
obviously.
was. Everyone wanted to be She-Hulk.
hmm And so this one is one of Dan Slott's era. In
That,
Dan Slott's era, he had a frick ton of different artists.
oh
So
well,
this
yeah.
is.
That was. Hold on,
Can I do
hold on.
this?
I got it.
No.
Give me a moment.
Can I do that?
That was, I believe, was that? Yeah, Rick Perchette.
Dang,
Well, duh, because I got.
I got them too. I just didn't write them down because I'm lazy.
Yeah, that most of those are Rick Perchette's artwork.
Can I? What is this? No, I don't want to upgrade now. Oh, there we go. I wanted it full screen. Don't worry, I can still see your comments. She Hulk was more self aware than Deadpool. Correct. So,
Correctamundo.
and I'm gonna be sharing a few. I'm gonna be sharing a few more. They're like, "Is this important?" Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Shut your face. It is. It's important because I say so.
Thanks, James. Yeah, are you subscribed to me?
Who
James.
is James subscribed?
I don't know. That's why I asked
Then your business, Robert. I'm just kidding.
him.
Robert's knowledge is quite impressive. Yeah, that's why I do shows with him on his channel too.
Yep, pro
Okay.
teaches noob. I'm the pro and she's the noob.
Shane! Hi, Shane!
Hey, Shane.
Oh, he will subscribe now. Yeah,
Yep,
you'll see all the times where I'm there and I'm like the best host.
you're the most frequent host, so of course you are.
So this is another artist from
Yep,
Dan
that
Slott.
that was. I think that's Ron Friends doing that particular one.
He looks like a Rod from the way he draws.
Yep, and then the others are back to Perchette again.
Mm. So like this is very important. Like I need you guys to look at her. Look at her arms. Look at her arms. Look at
She
her
has,
arms.
uh, to be fair, there was a different. Oh, yep. Don't forget to hit like.
Yes, don't forget to hit like. I will come for your family if you don't.
Promises, promises.
What?
But there's also a point where look at how buff she was for a little while.
That was the next one I was going to show.
Beat you to it. But yeah, but there was a reason behind that. Basically, when dealing with a guy who had the power stone, the power gem, he basically had she had basically realized, wait, technically She-Hulk is exponentially stronger than and her strength as Jen. So if she worked out as Jen, she'd get much stronger as She-Hulk. And then after convincing him not to fight her without the power gem, she took him out in one blow. But then we see the side effect of her being so strong. She can finally do her cousin's mighty leaps, but she ended up smashing all. She forgets. Oh, right. Cousin also smashes up all the pavement when he does that.
Exactly. And because of that, it's all my fault. I'm the reason why She Hulk had to work out.
No, it was because of, it was because of like I said, she had to deal with a guy who was being a total asshole who was abusing the power stone.
No, I'm pretty sure it was me.
How old were you around 2004?
I was like 50,000 years old, obviously.
All right, you're a werewolf.
Yeah.
Wait, Tristan is bullying us. Oh, shame on you, Tristan.
Oh gosh. Do. I'm
James was
erasing
saying that
something right
I'm
now.
messing. I'm messing. Yeah,
Do.
yeah. Seriously, now granted that this buffed up She-Hulk didn't last that long. It was like the
She did
last few
not.
issues. She was like the last few issues of Wait, okay, I got Florida man breaks into a restaurant, strips naked, and eats noodles. What?
At least he got noodles.
Yeah, but like I said, that whole bit with her being buffed out didn't last that long. Are you doing the same thing I do, sharing the PayPal, huh?
All I have is PayPal. I'm not monetized like you.
I'm not
I
monetized either.
No, that's what I meant. Like you, I am not monetized. I just said it the wrong way. Don't
Right.
blame me. And then of course, this is I think this is the same artist I showed last time. I can't
Let me take a
tell.
look. Let me take. No, different artist.
Different artist. I thought so.
That was
And for
Will. I think that was Will. That's Will Conrad's artwork. Let me check. Oh, hold on. I'll be right back.
yeah, Werewolves Rock. Yes. And so for this one, you can see in some panels where she has like buff arms, but in other panels her arms are like very very skinny. And the her first appearance in the 80s, I believe was like the early 80s, something like that. She was also very skinny. And the John Byrne one, I believe there's like later 80s, early 90s, she still kept that like skinniness, right? Uh Werewolves of London, great song. Oh, I thought you meant the freaking movie. I was like, oh, the werewolf from London. No, that's called the American Werewolf. The American Werewolf in London, something like that. I remember watching it, and I was like, this is such an '80s movie, but it's not bad. It's not that bad. They seem a lot of werewolf movies seem to like doing the whole what is it called? They like doing the reveal, but they do the reveal like really late or near the ending. That makes sense. Boop boop. Oh, okay. That's why I couldn't find one of them. I labeled one of them very, very wrong. So that's my fault. And then, as Robert said, there was a time where she was like working out as Jennifer Walters to be even more buff as She Hulk. And so this is one of we saw one of the artists earlier, and here is the other artist. Honestly, this is the first artist. This is the first art you see when you get the Dan Slott comic book. It's like her face is very cute, but then you see like her arms, like they're obviously not that big in the first comic because this is where she's working out as Jennifer Walters, but look how freaking huge they are, and look at her face. Like, this is probably one of my least favorite artists for She-Hulk personally. uh Oh my! I know her arm is so huge. The Howling was good. The Howling was good. Oh my gosh, James and Shane, you guys are bots. No way. You guys could not be real humans when you said the same thing at the exact same time. What's this? Love Disney Plus. I got 5 books. They gave me a 25% coupon. What? What? They give you a coupon? Well, why don't DC do that too? War Machine 2007, 2011, Iron Man 2015, Punisher, War Machine. Oh my gosh. I want a 25% off coupon. Wait, is it for digital or is it for physical? Yeah, that's right. I called you out. Be gone, bots. No, please don't leave. Okay. And so we're going, I think there's only one more one. One more one? One more one. Yeah, that's I'm owning it. One more one. And then so this one was from the 2012 Charles Soleil or Soul or whatever his name was, who is a lawyer and decided to make this She-Hulk comic to focus more on her intelligence and focus more on her own law firm because he wanted something for his girls to look up to and not want her to focus a lot on her strength. Um, which I do understand, but but she does usually rely on strength, when she needs to. She's not up because, she's obviously not the Hulk or whatever. So prepare your eyes, guys. Prepare your eyes. Make sure you got that bleach. Boom. Here we go. And then this was the 2012. This was my first ever She-Hulk comic. I wonder if I can zoom in full screen. Oh snap! I can, but only like a little bit. Oh snap! It doesn't show the full screen. That's freaking dumb. Boop. All right, we're back. It's a QR code. If you watch the series, they show during the ad. Wait, is it gonna send you to like a Disney Plus comic website? Is it gonna show you to like an Amazon website? Is it gonna show you to a comic book website? Or do you just pay right then and there? Because I know some stores are doing that. Okay, so for her hair, on where she's wearing red and where she's wearing blue, she has a
I'm
ponytail.
back. Sorry about
She's
that.
no forgiveness.
I'm like humor pros. Hold on.
You're fine. And so this one's personally my favorite. Hello, weird Eurasian boy. So the reason this isn't one of my favorites is because she looks like this, but when she wants to get ready to fight, she will get buffer and rip out of her clothes. And I honestly think that's personally my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Though I heard Brian
Uh,
Pulido
I think that's the artist.
I know his name's Brian. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his last name correctly. But the art was
This is the same
not.
this is the same artist that everyone kept on claiming was the current comic runs
Yeah,
artist.
people, you guys know the current She-Hulk coming out right now. People
Definitely
were
not him.
thinking, what was that?
I said definitely not him. All because Easton had to put out a old image and claiming, oh, look at it. Everyone saying, oh, this is the current book. Oh, it sucks. Why is everyone praising it? I'm not going to read it. It's like you're clearly not reading it anyway.
Yeah. So people were spreading misinformation that this was the current one, and it's pretty annoying. But when
Hmm.
you say, "Hey, this is from 2012," but the story is actually pretty good,
Well, yeah,
they'll say, "Well, that doesn't matter because I'm not reading it anyway." And I'm like, "Okay, then why are you freaking complaining? It has a really good artist right now." Um,
because they need to complain. They need to be outraged.
yes, it is their dopamine,
It's
good
pretty
stuff.
much. They get more out of being outraged than they do being entertained.
Cough. So that was all the She-Hulk stuff. So why am I showing you the She-Hulk stuff? Because once the She-Hulk trailer came out, which I
Hmm.
guess when it did come out, that's when they were already fixing the whole CGI thing. Uh like people were saying, and so there was an artist who revealed how she was going to look originally, and that was actually similar to one of the ones that we saw where she was working out as Jennifer Walters, but
Hmm.
what the one Robert was showing, not mine.
Oh,
The
you look at
better
that one,
looking one.
the one that was done by Paul Pelletier, who did that artwork. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I was like, listen, if you want to do this kind of buff She Hulk, I don't mind because she still has like a somewhat feminine, beautiful face, you know? She still looks like she's wants to be fun and not like the Mariko Tamaki where she had these
Oh,
weird shirts.
or the Ed McGuinness drawn Jason Aaron one where she's pretty much Hulk.
Yeah. And
To be fair, the
act like
Tamaki
Hulk,
one
talk like
still
Hulk.
looks the Tamaki one still looks feminine though compared to the
That's
the
true.
Aaron one.
Yeah, yeah, I think she was just more emo or something like
She was more
that.
emo. She was a gray She Hulk and everything. But yeah, it was Aaron who decided, oh, I still want a Hulk
Yeah.
because I
And
can't use Hulk because Al Ewing is using him.
correct. So the reason I wanted to show it is because I saw a lot of people, and there weren't just on Twitter, there were also on YouTube comments or
Hmm.
on any other social media like Instagram,
Showing that they had no
maybe
idea,
Facebook. I don't know.
which tells me
And
here's what I think. They have no idea of what She Hulk actually looked like in the comics. They're going off of fan art or Frank Cho's covers or all that.
they're going from John Byrne covers.
Or John Burns, but
It's
they're going
speak
off of all of that, and yet it's like that. There's been more people who've drawn her since then.
Yeah. So people who I call comic allies who are being told by comic fans whose only favorite version is the
Or
John Byrne one are saying, "Hey, she's not supposed to be buff."
again,
And people are like, "Well, I mean, why wouldn't she be buff?" Right? And their reasoning is because it's not comic accurate. Because it's not comic accurate. Her being buff is not comic accurate. And these are not comic book fans saying that. Well, actually, no. Some of them are actual comic book fans who rather do not care or have a bias. And having a bias is completely fine. The last one I showed you, that is actually my favorite one because I like when she's skinny and then she gets buff whenever she wants to, when she needs the extra muscle. I think that's pretty cool. I wish the art was a little bit better, that sucks. But yeah, it depends on how buff. That's correct. Um, but like these quote unquote comic allies are trying to defend comic fans by spreading to other people that her being buff is not comic accurate, that she doesn't have any muscle showing, that she's never shown muscle. And I'm like, I wish Twitter didn't hate me right now and I would actually show them proof of those
hmm
pictures I showed you, which I showed from my very own comic book collection, and I
Yep.
took a really long time to put them all together.
And let
But
me
yes,
guess. And let me guess. They dismissed it just because they want to be outraged.
yes. And the thing is, like, the people who don't know She Hulk and say, hey, what's wrong with her being buff? They don't read her comics, so they don't have a rebuttal. But the comic allies, uh, they can literally just Google it. Google She Hulk, and you can see a buff
They
one
don't want to. They don't. Why?
from.
Like, why should I have to do the research?
Yeah,
I hate. I
it's
hate
because
that.
they're following comic book fans, like the ones who's been reading for a long time, but they don't want to actually go into the work. Am I
I,
still a comic fan if I don't buy American comics outside of
oh
indie?
no. Oh yeah, you can be, but just don't. Look, it's more of a case of saying you're a comic fan, and then people come to you for your knowledge, and you either take advantage of it or you're just oblivious to it, but you end up giving. They just take your word.
Yeah, like you can be a comic fan. It doesn't even have to be American comics that you have to buy. I buy comics made by Africans in Africa, freaking Ghana or whatever. That to them, that's still comics. Apparently, they have their own way of saying it. I'm not going to pronounce it because I'm pretty sure, because I cannot speak African, which weird. It's African, but with a K and two A's. No, three A's. African. It's called Sensil, Sensil, which I believe it means graphic novels in their own
Hmm.
language, which I find pretty cool. Coolio. Duh! uh, buff is a funny word. It is a funny word, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah, it is because can mean a lot of things.
In all fairness, male characters' muscles often look wrong. Real strength muscles look different than a parent's muscles, and that's like very true. Like
True.
they look very exaggerated, which is why I'm very picky about how guys are drawn. Like I know people are like, I'm picky about how women are drawn. I am actually very picky about how men are drawn. I don't know why, I'm just so picky about it. For girls, they can look like the most ugliest thing on the planet, and I say I approve, but then I see a
Oh,
guy and I'm like, no, I'm sorry, you need
quick
work.
thing. Did you something that Liana had shared that caught my surprise and that caught me by surprise? You know about what's it? Bryce Dallas Howard?
Bryce Dallas, no, I don't.
Uh,
Who's he?
she Bryce, the daughter of Ron Howard.
Nope.
You seen the Jurassic World movies?
Oh, I just saw the recent one.
Yeah, that's the redhead, Claire, I think.
Oh, Claire, Claire. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, the redhead. Hold on, let
Yeah.
me find it. Let me find it. Where is it? Cause oh, where is it? Where is it? Come on, let me find it. She tweets so much, it just pushes what I'm looking for all the way down.
If you go to the search bar and you remember at least one word that she said, it'll show it a lot faster.
I know, but I'm almost there. I'm almost there. Oh, come on.
I mean, when guys do strength training, like that's for health. But when you want to have those muscles like you see in like the movies or whatever, that's not for health. Just that's just for showing, you
Yeah,
know.
definitely. That's why, like was said, there's a big difference between the two.
And now a lot of women are doing it for health, but also do not mind if they look bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Hello,
Um,
ma'am. I'm a fan of
oh,
your son.
I'm glad I had the webcam on, by the way. Actually, that was just a family member. That's not my mom.
Dang it.
And they couldn't hear you anyway.
Dang it.
Oh, okay, found it, found it. Let me share it. Sorry for taking so long, folks.
I know, right? You type so fast and you're so slow. You're fired. She was in a Spider-Man movie?
Oh
What?
yeah, she was in Spider-Man 3, the Raimi one.
Was she playing
She was
blah
Gwen.
blah blah blah?
She was Gwen.
Oh, wait, hold on. Uh.
It's
Oh
like,
my
what the heck?
gosh. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's a
gosh.
shame too, isn't it?
Dang. They did the opposite of Captain Marvel. Oh my gosh. By indies,
Yeah,
I mean crowdfunded mostly. I mostly do crowdfunding now
I
when I
don't.
have money and I'm not spending much on the already big two.
Yeah, I've been cutting back on quite a bit on crowdfunded comics, to be honest. A lot of my was the stuff with the crowdfunded is well, it depends on what is, who's doing it, obviously, but what the topic is. I stick to superhero stuff, obviously, and if it's
I
just
wouldn't
good,
have known.
and if exactly, and if they're good, and it looks like the person actually has a plan behind it, not I'm just gonna cobble this together each issue and just wing it like a certain someone.
Are you talking about me?
No,
Oh,
I'm talking about
cool.
a guy who's more of a great artist, not so great of a writer, and his book keeps on getting constantly delayed because either he's too
Oh,
focused on other things or he just keeps on adding more and more and more and thinks, oh, they're gonna love it.
yes. Cool. So it's like it's very annoying having to see
Yep,
people.
exactly, Tristan. Exactly, Tristan.
What? You're not getting any of the crowdfunding books I put on that video? Not even the abortion one? I put that there because I thought of you, and you're not even going to back it? The audacity of you. You are not a
I missed
feminist
that
or
one.
a womanist. You are kicked out of the club. Inflations. What
Are
about
you
inflations?
even part of the club?
I don't know.
How can you kick her out of the club if you're not part of the club?
I am I appointed myself of the non-existent club that I'm not even in. Okay, cool. Yeah, you checked it out, but that you didn't say you backed it, huh? 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 You gonna back it? You gonna back it? Huh? I
Well,
like
to
the
be
little
fair, I
cartoony
haven't
art, even if
I
some
haven't
of it is
uh,
ugly.
I haven't backed any books recently except for the Jawbreaker one, but that's because it was so cheap.
It's $1.
Well, six
A
dollars
dollar
if you count
book.
shipping.
I mean, if anybody here actually likes your boy Zach or
Hmm,
whatever, right
he's getting
now he's
screwed
having
lately.
a.
Uh, they're showing their true colors more than ever.
Yes.
Hey, I gotta wait till the 21st till YouTube pays me.
What? Did YouTube has a deadline to pay you? Like a job?
But yeah, but seriously though, I feel bad for your boy Zach. I get so annoyed when he uses the phrase autism as a means of insulting people. But
Oh, yeah.
seriously, that really ticks me off when he's saying about autistic lesbians. It's like,
I
what?
don't know why. It's so weird because even though when people call you like autistic as like an insult, they're like, "Oh, you're stupid," same thing as like retarded.
They don't
But
know that autism, they're confusing low functioning, high functioning for low functioning. And even then they're
does
not
low functioning
stupid.
mean you're dumb?
No, no. It does not mean you're dumb. It
Like
means
it has
that
no effect on your intelligence level.
no, it's more about just how your brain is wired, and it basically is what causes you to. Basically, you're less likely to be communicative. The wirings are so crisscross in your brain that unfortunately, while you can be smart, it's not basically the information is not being stored in your brain fully. Is how best way to describe it. And
Yes.
basically you can try to find the right way of describing it. Basically, if you're low functioning, you would need someone to care for you still. You need someone to take care of you because you might be able to handle some things and retain your head, but you're so hyper focused on other things That's all that matters to you, and you're not usually going to be verbal communicative or whatever. Then you have mid functioning, like mild functioning,
Wait,
where you
mild?
there is an in between where
Oh.
you can theoretically function on your own, but you need someone to at least hold your hand and guide you and make sure you don't go off the rails. Then you have a high functioning like myself, who can live on their own and everything. Exactly, Brian.
Oh, so that's what that means.
Your brain processes information differently.
That's very I everybody's learning today.
But yeah,
So
but there has,
besides that, right now he's having an Indiegogo comic. If you actually like your boy Zach's stuff, he has a campaign right now. I believe it's going on for
job,
a
a
few more
job.
hours.
I think a bit more than that. Hold on, John. Actually, no. I
I
think it's
think I
gone in.
heard 10 hours.
It's gone in demand.
Oh, okay. So it's in demand right now. All of his comics are like $1. So if
No,
you
no,
want
no,
to
no,
go to
no, no.
Indigo,
Just the main book, Jawbreak is
sorry.
Forever. The rest of them are add-ons. That's where most of the money is coming
Ah,
in, and you can add on for all the other books, the other Jawbreaker books or whatnot. Two new books, which are $15. The rest are $25 plus shipping. And he actually gives
mm,
an option to upgrade to a Gemini mailer for international backers. So he's actually going out of his way to accommodate them. I give him props for that.
everybody loves Gemini.
Yeah,
Well, they are good.
but yeah,
But yeah,
I agree with what Chris is saying.
he's now like he's now like been asking people on his community post. He's like, were you guys offended? A majority of them were like, no, we know what you mean. You don't like doing streams because you're such an introverted person. Um and
But
that I'm like, hey, that kind of sucks. You know, I'm an
but I
introverted
know.
person too.
But Ethan, of course, turned everyone on him. Everyone, because I am seeing comments now with people saying, "Oh, he wasn't a success. That was because of Malin. He's full of himself. Oh, he doesn't know. He thinks he's the next Neil Gaiman. Things like that." It's like, wow. Just because Ethan says something is now turning on him, you will feel you have to take away any goodwill you gave him.
And that sucks because they didn't back him because of John Malin. They backed him because it was Comic Skate and he
Hardly
was
anyone
in
knew about
partnership with
Malin.
Ethan.
Hardly anyone knew about Malin. And not only that, Malin is the same guy who, in the very first graveyard shift, had a pregnant woman get exploded and you see the fetus shooting right out.
I did hear Love on the Spectrum. I've been wanting to watch that, Bryant. Oh my gosh, I didn't say hi to you, Bryant. I don't think so. Hi, Bryant. Hi. How are you doing? I want everybody to do well except Marvel and DC. I'm the opposite. I want them to do well so I can keep getting more crap.
Hey, isn't that Ethan's shtick to everyone? Mike Miller, Doug Ernst, Mindy Wheeler, attack and play victim? Pretty much. And if it's
He went
someone,
against Mindy Wheeler?
oh yeah, that was before you, definitely. Uh,
Oh, I didn't know that happened.
yep.
Actually, I was looking at a stream today
hmm
and he mentioned Mindy and I'm like, Mindy? I'm like, I thought you guys were cool. And I'm like, but you know, I'm always
No,
on the people
no, they have not been cool. But yeah, going after Doug, and it's so clear now that the client, taking what Comic Book Hut had said and saying, "Oh, see, it was a gay opt and all that" from Doug Ernst, and yeah, I think that's probably what opened your boy Zach's eyes to realizing, no, I trust Doug, and I'm able to see things for what they really are, not the way you're spinning it,
Apparently, Vinny is not good with them either.
Vinny.
Vinny Art. No, wait. I'm not sure if you know him. Somebody from Tristan's part of the channel knows. Optimus, I believe. Was it Optimus?
I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about.
I think they mentioned Vinny before. It's either that or somebody else. Vinny Art. There was somebody who
Hey,
likes
Raymond.
to promote comic skaters, and Vinny Art was one of them. Shoot, what was their name? I don't remember. But like I saw them watching one of their live streams and I'm like, you guys are not cool with Vinny Art either? Like who the frick are you cool with? Who's comic skate cool with? Like everybody's always falling off,
And you're
one way
noticing
or another.
they're
And Tim
putting
Lim wasn't even part of it. Well, he was at first, but was
right at the
gone the day
earliest
after.
days. But if you
Yeah.
notice, though, they're
Hey
focusing
Raymond.
more. Yep. If you notice, they're more and more focusing on the big pros they have with them,
Hmm.
which is
Those
exactly what England team predicted would happen.
That is correct, Shane. That's who I mean.
But yeah, that is exactly what England team predicted. They would get more pros than any of the other people. Like, I won't be surprised if eventually Tug falls off.
He's one of the biggest ones.
And you know the only reason why Mandy is still around is just because everyone simps for her.
Oh shoot, I was thinking Mindy. I thought Mindy and Mindy. No, you can't be here. Oh my gosh.
Who's
I
that?
forgot you subscribed to me. This is like my coworker. I
Ah.
know because she spells it this way. The nickname BB, she spells it that way. Gosh dang it. Oh shoot, why do I keep great chat's going too fast? E.
Reese, to be fair, the characters have changed constantly. Majority of them are nowhere anywhere near what they were like when they first started. And hi, nice to meet you, Bella.
Oh shoot, that's half of her name. I'm like, why'd you call yourself Bella? I'm like, oh, I'm so used to calling you the other name at work. All right, Bella, meet my chat. This is my chat. Everybody, be nice to my coworker. I
Yeah.
will, I will beat you. Like you will not be breathing if you're mean to her. I know you guys aren't mean to her anyway.
Just
Wendy
met.
had
Just
does a
met.
wonderful Doctor Fauci does a wonder Dr. Fauci and Harrison Ford impression.
Those are two
Oh, he
very
does
different
have
ones.
the deepness. Bella, is she bossy at work? Of course I am. I'm the boss.
You're a boss.
That's true. There's like
She's
three.
antisocial but kawaii.
Oh no. She's
Careful,
right.
she's starting to give more and more information about you.
Wait a minute. The shorts I shared. I wrote on my shorts where I said a coworker was drawing everybody at work. That was her art, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah, she's somewhat of an artist. Her art is beautiful, dutiful, and all that stuff and whatever. Am I finished talking about She-Hulk? Okay,
Uh,
so
okay, yeah,
cartoon.
let's get back on topic. We keep on diverting.
Yeah, I'm just doing homework right now. I really hate math. I love
Hey,
math
I love
though.
math.
Math club.
Math.
So
No,
for
never
She,
that far. Never that far.
no. So
But
for
anyway, so.
She-Hulk, I'm learning from Samuel and Cartoon and Comics,
Hmm.
because like they DM me some stuff or whatever. They said that they're kind of like crunching right now. It was supposed to release somewhere in May, but because of this whole debacle, they switched it to August, which is next month. We saw the updated ish trailer on Disney Plus that Robert told me.
Yep, it's not
Um,
that different. It's a
it's
little
not
different.
that different. A lot of people who worked in like the CG, who works in like CGI or some sort of designing or whatever, they said they added more features on it to make it
Still doesn't help
look not
the
that bad.
look
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
or
yeah.
still doesn't help that. They what chose.
Yeah, and when I first saw that, I'm like, "Yo, that looks weird." Second time I saw it, I'm like, "Okay, it looks kind of better." So, watch the video I sent you on your email. LOL. I'm pretty sure I saw it already. Did I not? I thought I
Sorry,
contacted
speaking of
you.
videos, I just got done a little bit earlier seeing the Rippaverse video. It's just
Both of you sent me that video.
oh
You sent it to me first though because you're on
yeah.
Discord. Yeah, and she has boring old email. I'm just kidding. So for She-Hulk, I'm hoping that it'll be finished and perfect once it
I,
is, and
I
like
say,
even if it looks bad,
mm-hmm,
I'm actually still going to congratulate him for all the hard work they did because
yeah.
this stuff is hard. Yes, Raymond, Robert, you wanted to say something?
At first, I was going to say when it comes and with She-Hulk, I can accept those who complain about the CGI. Makes sense. It wasn't that great when it did it. But
Yeah,
those who took that whole line about, oh, it's anger and fear, that describes every woman, and then they just say, oh, it's woke. That one line, all woke. It's all crap.
I remember that one writer that everybody was complaining about. like she was some sort of feminist writer or something like that,
He's
and
a
that she was
fan.
gonna ruin it. But she was not the head writer. She was only doing like one or two episodes of the
Yeah, that's
writing,
people
and
keep
there's like three more writers.
yeah, people keep forgetting. It's like the stuff with Kevin Smith. He's the head writer, but he's not the sole writer writing everything.
Yeah, they're gonna make some improvements. I'm pretty sure they all have to decide which one they want to put in, which one they want to take out.
No,
Um,
I'm getting ready for them to complain about Titania because, but then again, that's one of those costumes where I'm sorry, you cannot do comic accurate very well.
I keep wondering if something happens, like something goofy, like say she was, say they were fighting, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then She Hulk punched her to the other wall, and the other wall was some sort of clothing store. And in that clothing store, she came out with that goofy outfit.
Maybe, but
I doubt it because the shoes
oh
were
yep,
goofy
Clerks 3
too.
trailer. I saw that trailer, loved it.
I need to see the first Clerks.
Oh, there's the bit with that's her normal outfit. Yeah, can you really see that being done on screen?
No, and especially the pointy parts.
I know, it looks so dominatrix like.
Like
But
they would
it's
have to make it like some sort of silicone. Was the trailer good? I personally thought it was really good. It was it a teaser trailer or
no,
oh
no, it's
wait,
the Clerks 3
Clerks.
trailer. Yes, the
I'm
trailer was
sorry.
really good. The trailer was really good.
I didn't see the first one, so I can't just trust Robert on that, please.
Mhm.
So the
But yeah,
next one we're going to be talking about is, do you still want to talk about She-Hulk? Anything else?
nothing else really. All she can do is make the MC. Okay, I don't want to. I do not want to spoil the new Thor, but I can just tell you, it's furthering disproving that MCU crap. That's all I will say. What
I
happens in
already told
Thor?
everybody this too. It's not what you expect. It's
Yeah,
Thor. Not the last movie. Thor: Love and Thunder is not what you're going to expect. It's going
exactly.
to subvert your expectations. Is that what it
So,
is?
so yeah, I think so, but in the right way.
Yes, in the right way. You
But yeah,
know,
it's like seriously, I can just tell you, saying, "Oh, they're getting rid of Thor and replacing it with Lady Thor." I'm not going to spoil it, but I'm just going to say, get rid of that notion.
not Thor. No, seriously, it's not Thor. Thor's
All
gonna
right,
freaking he's here.
but there's a reason why it's not Thor. Is all we will
Yeah,
say
there's a
without
big
spoiling.
reason.
There's a reason why, and it doesn't make him look weak. It doesn't.
Though, like after I heard, I was given like the leaks, the spoiler
Mhm.
for the entire movie like months before, and I was like, I wasn't interested to see the movie at all. And after I hear the leaks, and I'm like, okay, this is something that's going to be interesting. This is something that's going to be different. It's not what people are going to be thinking, and I'm actually going to watch it this time because I did not like Ragnarok at all.
I
My
enjoyed.
niece,
I still say Dark World is the worst of the MCU. Still,
that is my favorite. You know nothing. My niece said Miss Marvel time travel. What? Also, they never get the armor right. I didn't. Did another Miss Marvel come out?
I think there was one recently, and they're coming up on the season finale.
The season finale. It only has like 4 episodes right now.
5. Well, there's 5.
Oh, the fifth episode came out.
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know.
yeah. Episode 5 came out, and I think how long is it supposed to be?
You're gonna regret those words, Tristan. I'm not spoiling anything. Only me and you know. Evil laugh.
or
Awesome Joker laugh. Oh shoot. So the next one was gonna be Green Lantern Beware My Power.
yo,
Oh,
dude, you are so behind on that one.
I know. I made this thumbnail like a long time ago, but I haven't had any perfect time to freaking do this stream, and so I'm like, okay, I need to get everything ready
Am I?
today, and I
Am
was
I
gonna
to
do
blame?
it at
Am I to blame for some of that because of me having you on to record some of the Pro Teachers Noob stuff?
No, like even on my day off, I was just too tired to do anything.
Tristan knows.
So
Tristan knows.
yeah. Oh, Tristan knows. Dang it, Tristan.
Well, you know,
Darn
she knows
you.
she's out there to go to the movies. She still hasn't seen Turning Red yet.
I know, right? What a loser.
Hey, yeah, I'm not going that far.
Nah, loser.
But yeah, with
Shush.
Beware My Power, it's still within the same world as Man of Tomorrow, the Tomorrowverse as everyone's calling it.
I think that's a I think that's an okay title.
The Hawkeye treatment, really, Reese, you're really one of those grabbing onto that. So anytime a woman does something, it's going to be bad. Anytime.
Um I was away from the chat and now I have to read everything super fast. I heard the Instagram is the world's largest dating app. I know, but Thor still got the Hawkeye treatment. What's the Hawkeye treatment?
Meaning that, oh, the girl took and did the final blow, or the girl is dominating everything. Even though, if I remember right, when it came to Kate, she got her ass beat pretty good.
Oh shoot, that I was so confused. I was thinking of Hawkman. I'm like,
That's
what's
Black
the
Adam. That's Black Adam.
I know. That's what I was like so confused. I'm confusing myself.
But seriously, seriously.
I will withhold my judgment because I did not see the Hawkeye show. I am wanting to because I want to see Kate Bishop or whatever.
Hmm.
Imagine if they replaced everyone in the Justice League with Ezra Miller.
Why not? They were technically replaced the entire Justice League with Batman.
True. Okay, so for the synopsis of the Green Lantern movie, which I was like, what if this was in theaters? Of course it's not going to be, or it's like
I know.
released to
Recently
DVD.
discharged Marine sniper John Stewart is at a crossroad in his life, one which is only complicated by receiving an extraterrestrial ring which grants him the power of the Green Lantern of Earth. Unfortunately, the ring doesn't come with instructions, but it does come with baggage, like a horde of interplanetary killers bent on eliminating every Green Lantern in the universe. Now, with the aid of the light-hearted Green Arrow, Adam Strange, and Hawkgirl, this reluctant soldier must journey into the heart of a galactic Grand Sanagar war again, and somehow succeed where all the other Green Lanterns have failed. Boy,
What's
the
the
Grand
war?
Sanagar war has basically become like the Kree Skrull war of the Marvel universe, of the DC universe.
What is that war? Ugh.
Rand Sanagar. Rand is Adam Strange's people, and Sanagar is the Hawkman's people.
There
In
was a fight between those two?
Ever since Infinite Crisis, the first time we actually had the Rand Sanagar War, which then led into a Holy War miniseries, and since then they've been having to do butt heads so much because of it. It's similar to the Kree, the blue skin people in Marvel. You know, we saw them in Ronan the Accuser in Guardians of the Galaxy. Those people against the Skrulls, the shapeshifters. Those two are always butting heads with each other at Marvel as well. So it's like now Rand Sanagar become the same thing at DC.
Okay. I've never heard of it, so, and you made it feel like it was like a recurring thing. I'm like, okay, maybe in the comics.
Yep. And Reese, he is the lead. All right. He's alongside with the others. Yeah, Jane is a guest. And also, just to make it clear, Valkyrie's Hall must find her queen. That subplot got dropped. That is not
Who's
in the
that?
movie at all.
Did Bella leave? I hope she liked. I'm gonna kill her tomorrow.
Give a girl some hero's name and have her get the killing blow. Dude, just watch them. Go see the movie. Quit, or go see a spoiler. Quit on just assuming everything. And by
Which
the
one
way,
was Amazons versus Atlantis?
that was Flashpoint.
Oh, okay. It's been a long time.
That was Flashpoint Paradox. That wasn't exactly called Amazon versus Atlantis.
It
It
just
was,
had it in it. Yeah.
yeah.
Cool. So in this movie, you're gonna have John Stewart as Green Lantern. You're gonna have Oliver Queen as Green Arrow. You're gonna have Hawkgirl. We're gonna have
Wait,
Vixen,
Jeff
guys. We're gonna
Johns.
have Vixen. That's the most important thing ever. We're
Wait,
having a
Jeff Johns.
Vixen.
Wait, Jeff Johns. What do you mean, Jeff Johns? You mean John Stewart?
Martian Manhunter?
No, that's
Oh,
John
yeah,
Jones.
it's Jeff Johns. He means Jeff Johns.
But no, Jeff Johns' first time in the Green Lantern Corps. Jeff Johns is a writer. He's not a character. Yeah, you're
Wait, you
confusing me,
mean
character in the comic.
John Jones, right?
John Jones is Martian Manhunter. John
Ah.
Stewart is Green Lantern. Jeff Johns is a writer, and it's Jeoff, not Jeff.
Well, he's not from America, dude.
Oh, sorry. As soon as I said that, it dawned on me. As soon as I said that, it dawned on me. Like, wait.
But his English is pretty good in writing, not gonna
Oh yeah,
lie.
it is. It is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I did not mean to be disrespectful. He's working with Green Lantern. No, no, no. Jeff Johns is working on a TV show. He is not working on this movie. This movie is part of the Tomorrowverse, the stuff that's come about ever since Superman Man of Tomorrow. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
So yeah,
I know Reese is playing because he adds LMBO after every sentence.
true. Well, not after every sentence.
Every other sentence. And I'm like, oh, he's kidding, but I'm gonna say something anyway, just because I can.
Yeah, but still, though, but here, though, but yeah, they're giving him how, like him being the well. So far, it looks like he's going to be the first Green Lantern, which doesn't make sense.
He's the first Green Lantern?
That's what it looks like they're going with.
Well, no, they showed Hal Jordan. He just died.
Wait, they actually killed him off?
Yeah, in the trailer.
I missed that part. Oh, you're right. No, you're right. You're right.
So a lot of people were angry about that. They were like, "Why are they killing Hal Jordan? I thought they were going to do this new universe where they weren't going to do any killing." And I'm like, "Did you not see Men of Tomorrow?"
Yeah, they killed people off in that.
Yeah, what's that guy? He's the in the animated series, he didn't turn into a gigantic lizard, but he absorbs
Oh,
people's
Parasite.
powers.
Parasite.
Yeah, Parasite. He survived in the animated series, but he did not survive in the Man of Tomorrow movie. And that's what I knew. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
they're
because
not
he,
going to
he
stop
did
the
something
killing
heroic.
thing.
Yeah, he did something
Yeah.
heroic. Yeah.
And then in the Justice League
Well,
Society,
Brian, that's not a bad thing because most people know it because of the Justice League Unlimited, Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. And oh, by the way, Bianca's just as guilty of that.
yes, that's true. When I heard a Green Lantern movie was out when I was a kid and I saw the Justice League cartoon with Jon Stewart, I didn't even see the trailer. I'm like, "Yo, there's a Green Lantern movie. Let's go. Let's watch it." And then I went out of that movie like, "What the frick did I just watch? Why was he white?" And my dad was like, "He is white." I'm like, "No, he's not. He's black. Why did they change him white?" And my dad's like, "No, that's the original one. He was white." And I'm like, "What?" And I got to Google it. And I'm like, "Oh my gosh. There's a
Well,
white
hey,
one."
to be fair, also in Long Halloween, which actually is part of the Tomorrowverse. There
What?
was
It is?
yeah,
I mean, well, it was coming
yeah,
out during that year.
that's why there was more differences.
Ah. Wait, I'm a
Yeah,
millennial. I grew up with Jon Stewart.
Jessica Cruz is definitely is the best Green Lantern. I still like Guy.
I like Guy and Jon Stewart.
I like all of the Green Lanterns equally. Although, then again, I really got into it was Hal Jordan's Green Lantern.
Green Lantern Corps, it's gonna be coming out in
Oh, can we get a
2023.
trailer finally?
Yeah,
Oh,
right?
by the way, um, apparently, if you look at Dark Crisis, Aricia is alive again despite being dead, and then a ring construct spirit at the end of the recent Green Lantern run, and Jessica is a Green Lantern again, completely off screen, no explanation. So either that's a screw up on the artwork, or it all happened off screen.
Wait, wasn't she also a Yellow Lantern
She
behind the
was.
scene?
She was. But now she's in Dark Crisis #2. She's back in a Green Lantern again. That could have been an editorial hiccup.
Interesting. Do you think they're gonna show Jessica Cruz in this Jon Stewart Green Lantern?
Probably not yet. She was in the Justice League versus the
Fatal
Fatal
5,
Five,
right?
which
Which I
is
didn't see.
which actually is canon with the DC and the old DC animated universe.
Off
And yeah, she was yellow for a while. Reese.
screen, and now she's green
No, no, no,
again.
no, no, no,
Off
no.
screen.
On screen too. On screen as well. She was made a yellow during one of the Future State books, that, backup stories. It actually
Wow.
was in the present day, and then in one of the annuals, she was made a Yellow Lantern as well. And but then, like I said, in Dark Crisis #2, she's green again. But yeah, that probably was an editorial hiccup, and we should just ignore it.
Okay, I'm not even reading Dark Crisis
You
anyway.
should.
I don't want to. I
It's your first. It's the first. It's your first main event that you got in the comics.
No, that was death metal.
Oh,
And I don't even, and I butchered it. I don't have every single freaking comic of that. And I tried very hard. Good luck with finding Titans death metal, because I was looking for that for months and it was sold out for
really?
months.
I
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah, well, I
I
was
have
late.
everything. I have
So
everything. Well,
I
hey,
didn't understand how the pull list works, okay?
you know what you can do? You can just go on you go on to DC Universe Infinite, get an account there, and then most of them are there now.
But I have the physical.
No, I'm
I'm,
just saying, for the ones that are not and that you do not have.
I don't want to read digital versions of that
Why not?
because I have the physicals.
I'm
This
so
doesn't
no, no,
feel right, man. It doesn't feel right.
fair enough.
It feels like cheating.
Cartoon comics, technically, the Clone Saga, what started off decently, it just got stretched out because marketing dictated it.
That's funny, Reese, because people were saying the opposite. People were wanting to quit because they made her a yellow
Yeah.
lantern. I was like, I mean, maybe it'll do it. Maybe it'll be temporary. I don't know. Maybe we should wait. But they're like, no, if she's not back in green, this is the reason why Big Two is failing and why I'll never come back.
Funny thing is, why do people love Jessica? Oh, right, because EVS co-created her. More like co-designed her and everything. The first time she was drawn, it was he just drew her hand. Was the ring, and probably designed her. The first person to actually draw her was Ivan Rice in Justice League.
It's funny
Or
because a lot of Ethan's fans are calling her a diversity hire
even though,
nowadays.
yeah, that's the funny thing. Some of them say that, others praise, enjoy her because, well, Ethan created her.
That's really weird.
These guys have no consistency. By the way, do you want to bring up anything about that Rippaverse trailer?
Oh, sure. We got time to spare.
He's not catering to any normies. He's catering to his fan base, nothing more. If any normies see it, they're going to be turned off like that.
Uh,
Am I wrong?
no, you're not wrong. Uh, and
Oh, they're
depending.
basically no, they're basically saying that Jessica was a diversity creation, not diversity hire, diversity creation.
That's my bad. I literally am used to them saying hire so much that I
Hires
just said
for a
hired.
creator, not a creation.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry, Tristan. Dang it, Tristan! You sent me something Stranger Things related again.
Yeah, his trailer told nothing about the book. It was just right-wing virtue signaling. Exactly. Brian puts it best. They're all diversity hires. They're across different species.
I'm trying to read the chat. I'm
Come on.
slow right now. I read Tristan's
I'm able to
things.
keep up.
I know I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm reading Tristan's comment for like the third time and it's not hitting. Oh, okay. You literally said it. You read it out loud. Dang it. I read for
Yeah.
nothing. I remember him like in the trailer he showed many different types of. Actually, I can't tell if it was many different types of comic or one comic, but just different pages and different characters.
I just sent you the link for it.
Are we watching it?
If you want to.
Does anybody here want to watch his trailer video for his website? One for yes, two for no.
Yeah, one for yes, two for no.
I was gonna say one for no and two for yes, but I'm like, wait, one for yes, two for no.
Yeah.
That's a lot better. I don't know. It
You
just
guys
sounds
want to
right.
see? You guys want to see the cringe?
Not gonna lie, I do not like the way he edited his video.
Me neither. And way too dark. Like he's in the shadows and all that.
I was
Too.
wondering if he was outside.
I don't know. So a random dude draws. Is that a one? You got to put
Yeah,
one or a
I'm pretty
two.
sure that was a one.
Okay, we got. If we count random dude draws, that's 3 1 so far.
Oh my gosh, I just realized the reason why I said one for yes, two for no, I got that from Turning Red. One for yes, two for no. James
Okay,
says he likes cringe. Oh, you're gross.
Ricardo's got a one.
All right, we got a majority of ones. I'm sorry, guys. You want to mute it, you can, but you won't hear our awesome possumous commentary on it. Hey, you're live. Yes, tis me. I am
And even
live.
Tristan wants it.
Tristan, you hypocrite, Tristan. Okay,
No,
what
no,
am I
no.
doing?
She wants to see us suffer, probably.
You're the one who sent it to me.
I know.
Should I zoom in? Does it show when I zoom in?
Yeah, wait. Now, are you doing this through Chrome and did you make sure it's going to share the audio?
Does it not share audio?
You have to do it through Chrome to share
I
audio.
did. I did Chrome.
And did you select share audio?
Share audio.
Oh,
Where am I?
okay.
Oh, I'm back.
Stop sharing it.
So
Stop sharing it for a moment.
stop
Then,
sharing.
then click on share. Then when
Share.
you do it, choose tab. Not
Chrome tab.
all right. Then you click on it. Then you see the option saying share audio.
Oh, mine is automatically on.
All
I
right.
put mine's automatically on.
You guys, you guys still have to do it that way just to make sure.
Okay. So mine is on already.
All right.
So let us see. I'm gonna do it for
You
like
have
2
the audio on
seconds.
mute. You have the audio on mute.
I do?
I can see it right here.
Wait. Where am I?
No. Okay, zoom in. Zoom in.
Like full screen?
Full screen.
Yes.
Okay, so you do have audio. Never mind. I thought it wasn't.
You lie.
Okay, let's.
I hate the way this looks. Oh, look how. Why? Why do you do it like this?
It's cool.
It's
Okay.
not.
Okay. Let's see if we can hear it.
Okay.
I'm Eric July.
Did you hear that?
Yep. I heard it. And if I
Yeah,
hear it,
you
you
heard
probably
it?
hear it.
All right, cool. Hey, Elon.
Founder, owner, and writer. Welcome to the Riververse.
Okay, so if you ever want me to like pause it, or if you want to like add a commentary to it.
Right. Well, I'm probably gonna just talk over stuff.
All right, let's go again. 1, 2, and 3. What do you think about the
That looks
logo?
dumb. Can't tell if that's a hat or a beanie hat or a bell or something.
It's oh my gosh, now that you say that, it looks like a bell to me. No. I'm pretty sure
Ding
it's
ding
supposed to
ding.
be a I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be like a cap because he wears hats.
Then that's stealing right away from the Mercury hat, from the god Mercury. That's basically taking that but making it like a beanie or something.
Oh yeah, I can see that. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt, that like it just happens to look similar. Because I'm pretty sure he doesn't
Exactly.
read everything.
Ricardo put it best. Looks like a weird version of Jay's helmet.
Yeah, great. Now I see it, and now you guys are gonna mess up my vision.
Well, there's something else I can describe that it looks like because of that little tip, but I'm not going to say.
Gosh dang it, Robert.
You realize what I was talking about.
It always takes me forever, man. I'm innocent. And I keep thinking of the flash symbol because of course when you are and not even like that you don't have to be as big of a comic reader. Like, I'm not as big of a comic reader as like all of you guys put together, but even I associated it with the Flash, you
Oh, or
know.
Elon Mudd, Loki. Looks like Loki a little bit with the horns.
No, why are you guys doing this to me?
Okay, let's just continue before we can throw something else out.
I did that cool.
The Riververse is the result of a comic book lifer that wanted to be a part of the solution instead of always griping about the problem. Now, don't get me wrong, this was always a part of my aspirations. However, the current climate certainly sped things up.
Okay, I will give it this. The artwork does not look bad. I was expecting a lot worse, and I've seen a lot worse from a lot of the CG books.
Is this the one by Gabe? Like, is this Gabe's other work,
No,
or is
no,
this
no, no,
other
no. This is
people?
not the Gabe. This is not Gabe's book.
Okay.
Keep going.
Yes.
You've watched some of your favorite comic book characters be bastardized to the point to where they're completely unrecognizable. They're just
And he
used as
just lost
career
the
stepping.
normies. And he just lost the normies right there. Right then there, anyone who's not already part of his fan base would have turned off and be all like, goodbye. Because
Yeah.
seriously, this is not catering to
Uh,
anyone than his viewers. That's not what you're
it,
supposed to do. You need to cater to anyone who doesn't just share your views, who aren't your little sycophants, your sheeple.
yeah. Like, if it
One,
was me, if I didn't, if I was like a more of a complete, more normie ish,
you would
I
have
would
turned
just
off, right?
go, what do you, what happened?
You would have tuned out, right?
I would be confused. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, what do you mean? What's
Uh,
going on?
yeah.
Because a lot of people who are getting into comic books right now, they're not understanding, because this is their starting point. You know, they start with the newer ones first, and then they go to the back issues.
Exactly.
Well, for me, I started with the back issues a little bit, and then I was also getting the current
Uh,
rebirth
Same as me.
comic.
When I started a couple of decades ago now, coming up, I'm almost going to be fall knees deep into comics in about 20 years next year. But I mean, beforehand, I just bought the occasional trades. But was but was it? But was when I first got it into it, I was doing mostly trades, and then Infinite Crisis came out. I wanted to get that, and then I started getting 52, the weekly series, and that got me coming to the shop every week, and eventually started buying other stuff. And that's what got me going. Is that's because I found it interesting. I like the stories. I like the characters. And I'll say this: one of my favorite characters is the female Doctor Light. And if she was introduced nowadays, say no different than how she was back then, people would hate her today for no other reason than just because they replaced a villain and replaced him with an Asian woman who's now a hero.
Well, I do share his sentiment
Sentiment.
sentiment of bastardizing characters, at least. That I
Well,
do
which
understand.
character? Which characters?
No, just like random times when DC or Marvel would do stupid decisions, and you're like, "Come on, bro. Sometimes they'll fix it, sometimes they won't."
But he blows it out of proportion how often that actually happens and how often that sticks. That's the
Yes.
bigger one. He does blow out of proportion how often it sticks. So many times
Mhm.
now people are just bringing up stuff that has long since been undone already, but they're still complaining that it happened.
Yes. Don't
Okay,
worry. I'm listening to you and reading at the same time. I can
let's
multitask.
let's continue.
Stones for a lot of writers that don't care about the lore. Some even despise their fans. Those are people that just want to tell stories that represent their social political views, even if they don't make sense for the characters that they're writing. And of course, these mega corporations that control these properties don't exactly make it easy for you to get in and understand what's canon.
So I will say, for that one, uh, he says like there's people who don't understand the lore. The lore is always changing,
Exactly.
and that
And
makes it hard.
And when he starts talking about continuity. He's going to be talking about continuity soon. He doesn't get continuity at all. He does not understand why retcons, reboots, and stuff happen. They usually happen for reasons. They don't do it to piss people off. Sometimes they do it because you either need to do a shakeup. It could be because of that, or it could also be because they've kind of written themselves into a corner and they need to undo the damage.
Like, a lot of people like to look at Christopher Claremont.
Chris Claremont.
Chris Chris Claremont. They,
Because
when people say,
X-Men,
"Oh, X-Men," they think Chris Claremont, and then you realize they're like,
it's,
"Oh, well, what's it, civil rights movement or something
yeah.
like that?" But his was the only one that did that. Like, it wasn't like that
Oh,
before.
yeah.
But that's the one people prefer. That's the change that people actually liked. You
Mm-hmm.
know, there's always going to be.
Elon, I just want to point out that's certain artists. Most artists still give Captain Carol Danvers her boobs.
She has boobs currently right now with
Yeah,
the Kelly Thompson run. She's like, how long has the run been going on now? 50 issues?
coming up.
Yeah, and she's still drawn normally. That was the
Yeah.
only one that's actually been doing good so far
Well,
currently.
Richardo, to be fair, Len Wein's run wasn't that bad. It was just really short.
Yeah.
That's what led right into Claremont working on it. Richardo, and Len Wein's the one who did Giant Size X-Men. You can't, not Claremont. So you got to give him props for that.
You gotta give credit where credit is due.
Yeah, Kelly's Captain Marvel is underrated, although she has kind of some of her more recent issues ever since the whole someone was hunting down all the Captain Marvels and brought back Janice Val Captain Marvel it's been a little meh.
So I will say that, like, just like in the She-Hulk stuff I was talking about before in the very beginning, a lot
Hmm.
of people are gonna have their own bias of the character. They can be written by 100 people, and you're going to like one version a lot better than the other.
Exactly.
A lot
But
of
it's
people like John Burns,
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk. I haven't read it yet. I still need to. I know, but for now, my current favorite is the Charles Soule, and it's mostly for the
Soleil.
Soleil. Thank you. Mostly for the story than the art, even though it was only like a 12 issue mini series. That's like, I love it so much, especially since it was written by a lawyer, and you can definitely tell how he likes the character enough to have her start her own law firm and do a lot of lawyer stuff, but also make it a mystery. If you
Exactly.
don't like the story, that's completely fine, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like people, that's all they focus on. And again, that's fine. If you have a preference, that's fine. It's when you know you have people listening and you want people to only take your viewpoint as the one true fact, it's where there's a problem, which is exactly what people like Ripper do. They know that they have a bunch of people who just take what they say as the gospel and they abuse it.
Unfortunately.
Like, again, ever before Ripa, how many people truly complained about mantle swapping or legacy heroes? Not many. But nowadays you have people dumping on Nightfall was as bad because of what Ripa was saying.
Yeah, unfortunately it's starting to grow, and of course, me used to be like that. I was like, wait a minute, I like mantles though. There's a lot of mantles that I actually like, and I didn't mind them passing down in the first place, so why am I getting angry now? That was just me not thinking for myself, and
This
it
is the
turns out,
same
hey,
guy.
I
Sorry.
like it.
And this is the
Sorry.
same guy. This is the same guy who, when he did a thumbnail trying to show off a bunch of what he thought were people who were race swapped, he put Bloodsport on there thinking he was a race swap when the first Bloodsport was black. The second
Yeah.
one was a white supremacist trying to take over, take over the mantle because he thought a white person deserved it.
Yeah, I remember that, and I'm
And
like,
then he
you're
took
not
it
gonna give
once.
credit where credit is due that you made a mistake. I mean,
He
here's
just
the
took it
thing: you
out. He
don't
never
have
acknowledged
to
it.
say the mistake, but you did edit it, and some people might be like, "Hey,
Yeah, but the
why
fact
was it edited?"
that tells you he doesn't know. He thought, oh, there was a white blood sport. This black one came second. Was like, no, he was first.
And that kind of sucks.
And the fact that the
And,
white one, like I said,
besides him saying, oh, these are just people who look on Google, and I'm like, what do you think you did? Why did you think he was white before? You could have used Google yourself to find out he was originally black.
yeah, but
Using
instead
Google is,
he thought it was a race swap.
yeah. Sometimes Google can help.
Exactly. And he's the same guy who I still remember, Tristan remembers it too, try to say people like Jon Stewart were a tokenization.
Yeah.
He'll deny it now. He denies it now, but he did say that.
Wow.
Okay, let's continue.
Of course.
So maybe it's time for something new.
I do like the art of the comics.
We are a comic book company first and foremost that will never be forgotten no matter how big this venture gets. And we are guided by a set of principles known as the Rippaverse ethic.
Should I pause here? Should I keep going?
Respect the customer. We want you to invest in this brand and everything comes with it. Yeah, until people complain about where's the book and all that, then you'll just tell them off.
He might do the thing that some crowdfunders already do, where it's like, hey, the book is already done. We just need the funds to go to
To be
everything.
fair, he's not crowdfunding it. He's going to do pre-orders and then order it.
No. I could have sworn I heard him say crowdfunding on here, though.
Oh, you're right. He might have changed his mind on it.
Yeah,
probably
which was,
convinced
I
him.
also heard he was going to pre-order, so I guess he changed to crowdfunding.
Let's continue.
Ethic. You will find this on a page in every single book that we release, and it's a set of standards that we certainly want you to hold us to. There are three main things that we...
Okay, pause again. Canon continuity and comprehensive timeline. Yeah, that's easy to do when you have full control and you don't have decades worth of lore behind it all. So if you're going to complain saying it's so complicated and convoluted, that's what happens. I'm sorry. It's easy to keep it simple when you start off. So try and say, oh, it's a bad thing. No, I'm sorry. That is not a fair thing to say as a criticism. And that's something you're going to adhere to. Because no matter what, you're going to make things complicated because it depends on what the story's being told.
I'm honestly tired of shared universes. Like, I just want a one standoff book.
That's respectful, and I get it, but it's just like these are things you cannot prompt guarantee. No matter what you do, you cannot guarantee it. Look, even as far with Valiant, the Valiant comics when they first start, not the current, the old one in the 90s. They started off every issue, unless specifically stated, was representing a month. They were trying to have everything be in real time. They made a lot of plans for things to be in real time. And they would make it clear, no, if we show something in the future, that's set in stone. That's going to happen. What happened as things went on? Eventually, Jim Shooter got taken off, and then eventually Bob Layton got removed, and it fell off the rails. No matter what, you need people who can do it. But even beforehand, there was still stuff that got really complicated for people unless you kept up with everything. So you cannot make that a promise.
I kept forgetting War Machine, and it was freaking.
Oh yeah, when he was first
Iron
created,
Patriot.
when he was first. No, yeah, anyway, continue.
Yes.
Will always emphasize. Number one, respect the customer. We aren't owed your dollar, but we love to have you as longtime supporters. It's going to be up to us to keep you interested and invested. Now, anytime there's passion
I'm sorry. I just really like the green here.
involved, there's going to be those conflicts, but we'll respect you. So as long as you respect us, it's all about reciprocity. Our second point of emphasis is canon and continuity. This is an ever-expanding universe. There's going to be many of characters that will be introduced. But when you buy a book from us, you own a piece of history.
Wait, do you think those were multiple different comic books that are sharing the same universe? Or did you think those...
I think they're all part of the same universe. I think that's what he's going for. But what he's saying here is no different than any other comic that started. Listen to what he's saying. He's not selling anything. He's making this vague statement.
We'll see.
It matters. These events will not be erased by way of time travel or some
Yeah,
multiple
bullshit.
aspect. And number 3, a comprehensive timeline.
And this is where it's going to get a little bit confusing.
No matter when you get to this space, we want to make it easy for you to get caught up on some characters that you're interested in, so we're going to keep the reboots to a minimum. Now, don't worry. We know that
Whoa.
Did he just say reboots?
To a minimum. What? That goes against your continuity and canon.
Wait, so
He just showed what a hypocrite he was. He just backpedaled on what he just talked about.
so he just said that he wanted to do he made a really good speech about continuity and how that's important, and then you said, okay, to catch you guys up to speed,
Which is
we're going to
fair.
make it easier
And
you
keep
to
reboots to
follow
a
the
minimum.
characters in the shared universe, which I'm like, yeah, that's great, and I think of comic panels when they say, oh hey, this character was in this comic on page number something. That's what I think of. But then you said you're going to do like
keep your reboots
minimum
to a minimum.
reboots. You don't have to reboot it. Don't reboot it.
Yeah,
that makes no sense.
And again,
to go to that comic.
That clashes with the continuity and canon statement because reboots change it.
That's not a good start. Don't reboot the comic. Just give
Yeah,
them
Raymond just said it. He just contradicted himself.
I didn't get that on my first time watching. Probably because I was watching it at two times speed.
Right. Okay. Let's continue.
Picking up the pieces is part of the fun, so we're not gonna exactly hold your hand.
You're not gonna hold your hand.
Please hold my hand. Please let me know what comic I should read to look at this character.
You just said we want people to keep up, but we don't. Okay, we don't want to hold your hand. Okay, that's fair.
I prefer the hand holding.
Okay. Anyway.
And while I personally value liberty, we're not going to beat you over the head with on-the-nose current politics and current narratives.
So many people who have said that they don't want to do that.
But they're going to do it anyway.
Sometimes they sneak it in there. And I'm like, oh, there it is. You just said you were going to do that, and you did it.
They're going to do it, or his translation to what he's saying. You people like when I do it. Translation, it's not going to include leftist politics. It's going to include the politics we want to see.
He's libertarian.
Well, but I'm talking about he's going to put politics that his viewers want to see.
Which I guess a lot of them are right wing right now.
Yeah, being apolitical is still political. Yes.
Okay. Is Reese still here, by the way? I need him to say hi so I can know he's still here.
I will completely contradict what it is that we're trying to do here. So whether you're into our main character in our first book, Isom, or you're into Yaira, or you're interested in all of them, will certainly have you as a customer.
Who are these characters?
I don't know. I'm like, why are you just randomly naming characters?
Yeah, there he is.
Yay, he's here.
But yeah.
I haven't seen you in a while. Sorry.
He doesn't describe the character. Have you noticed? Nowhere near is he talking about the books themselves.
Or if they're even in the same continuity, or not the same continuity, the same shared universe. Same universe. One universe. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, again, let's try and get through it.
Ethnic background or genetic makeup is wholly irrelevant to us.
And yet, how many people are black? How many of these characters are black?
Well, we don't know. It could be like depending on where you're from, where the comic book is from.
True, but you get what I'm saying, though. I'm just noticing how many of these characters are black.
A lot of black ones have I believe the reason is because a lot of people who do advertise themselves to Ripa that I've seen on Twitter and on YouTube, a majority of them that I've seen have been black. So that could be it.
Well, that can lead to politics right there, and politics there too.
It could be. I do know a lot. I do follow a lot of black indies,
Random dude
black owned
draws. He
indies.
mentioned them, and I just forgot their names already. Is Eom or whatever, and Ella,
Yaira,
Yaira,
I
and
believe.
Ism.
It reminded me of Icon,
Yeah,
but it
but yeah, again, it's just like
Isom.
Isom. Anyway,
Now, previously being part of comic book fandoms myself, I understand the importance of them. We'll do our jobs to preserve the sanctity on the business end, and we hope you will help us preserve a more healthy and thriving fandom. If we manage to do that, we're going to be very competitive in this market, and we're going to make our mark on this industry. We're not going to be perfect. Errors will be made, but we won't let that stop us from being great.
errors will be made. Wow, that already told me there's some problems going on that we don't know about.
um, I find it kind of weird because he's like, we're human. Errors will be made, and I'm like, well, you could say that about DC or Marvel too, but I guess because they are already a big corporation, they are not allowed to make mistakes.
They should be because they're human.
Like what he said. So it's like I personally don't like that. I'm like, just because a person is a big corporation, that doesn't mean they're run by bots. They're still run by people who are, trying to make the better decision. And a lot of times they're going to fail, and failing is human.
Yeah,
What
to
Ripley
err is
said.
a human. To err is to be human.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't like it when people just go one side and they don't think it applies to the other side. Or maybe, even
Exactly.
though he didn't say it, you know, he has said multiple times that DC and Marvel has made mistakes, but
But nope. They have to be perfect, otherwise we're gonna bitch and moan. Okay, we
yeah,
got another minute. We got
unfortunately.
another minute left.
So visit Rippaverse.com, where we have our own unique store that is tailor-made for our audience. A lot of our stuff will be released in campaign format with limited edition items, and once they're gone, they're gone.
Oh, okay. He said campaign format.
Yeah, there'll be some. So it's in a way it sounds like he's taking. Sounds like he's following the iconic comic route, but I doubt he's gonna want to admit it.
I don't even know the iconic comic route.
Uh, they unless they're specifically done to be sold in the stores, they always do the crowdfunded first, and then they eventually come up in the stores.
Ah, okay. You think he's gonna want to have these in comic book stores?
No way.
Do you think he would have a better chance if these were in comic book stores?
Probably, but there's no way. I don't think he's gonna want to because that's something that's a CG edict. They're not going in the stores.
That's right. I forgot.
Let's wrap this one up. Wrap it up.
We'll be making books that expand across many different genres, so I'm very confident that we'll have something that is right for you in a series that you'll make your favorite. And one last thing. I started this company with no external investors, and that's something that I like to remain true. Sure, we want to expand in many different avenues, video games, animation, maybe even live action movies, but not if it means selling off assets. We only answer to the customer. We don't want to make the same mistake as the other guys.
I'm pretty sure it's just nothing afterwards. That was something. um, I didn't think they would automatically go to, okay, we could make
Video
video
games
games,
and anime.
animations, and live actions, and I'm like, dang, you're thinking about live action as a possibility already? But if the comics are going to be having a shared universe and a soft reboot, how are they going to put that into live action?
I have no clue. It's clearly he doesn't. He's just spouting stuff out there, but it's clear he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. He's he's
Oh,
he's planning way too big for his britches. And especially he said we're not going to have any outside investors at all. Yeah, this trailer half ego stroking cringe and half right wing manipulation. Exactly.
shouldn't you at least have like, I don't know what is it
Show
called?
off the
Sponsors?
characters at least.
Yeah,
No,
oh,
he said
a character introduction trailer, something like that. That would be
exactly. I mean,
cool.
that's one thing I want to do when I get started. Eventually, I want to do a first comic to be like a sampler, what's it called, a ash can edition that shows
Hmm.
off some of the different characters, explains it, shows a little samples of what to expect, but it's not going to have any major stories. It's something that actually explains what books, and then I would have people actually decide which one do you want to see, which one catches your interest more from what little we're showing right now.
I'm drinking water.
No worries, no worries. But and that's the other thing also. I doubt Rippa has any idea how to handle his characters for different media. I do. I've actually been thinking about each of my characters I have, how they I would make sure they're different in every medium. I would make sure because you're like there's some things you just can't do in live action or animation compared to
I'm gonna be
comic.
reading those tonight, by the way.
Oh, the script I sent you? Uh,
Yeah. I have
well, I
them
got
in a specific folder. I have them
I
ready to
got a
be
few more
read.
to send you actually. What
Alright.
was the last episode I sent you?
I think you sent me 5, but, let me
Five.
check
Well, I
first.
got okay, okay, but
Where am I? 1, 2, 3. I got 4.
okay, I'll send you 5 then right now. Hold on, where?
I don't mind about him talking about, like, his company. What did
It's just
what I
when
didn't
he
like was that he was talking about respecting the customer, and he said the customer is the top priority, right? But
and
then, and he was talking about respecting the customer so much, but then at the very end, he's like, "Respect us, and we will respect you." And I'm
oh,
like, "You mean
in other words, kiss your ass.
like like I've seen like I don't even follow any mainstream comic writers,
Well,
but like."
Reese, we don't have much else to go off of.
But you're guessing what he knows. What, like, business wise? I know his wife has a business, and I think she's doing pretty good on that. So I know
See ya,
that she at
Shane.
least what?
See ya, Shane.
Oh, so by Shane, I at least know that because she may know about business, he also knows about running a business. So I'm not saying like he's an idiot or anything.
Well,
I
I'm not saying that
do.
either,
We
but
do
from
have
what
our own. Sorry.
I was just to say, I am aware though that he did put a lot of money to someone who ended up screwing him over. Like a lot of money that you're like, okay, that's too much money for something that simple you were asking for. That is not even close to being the right amount for an artist.
Hmm.
Like he overpaid an artist who screwed him over. That doesn't tell me that yeah, he's not thinking things through.
I also met a lot of people who did create their own indies and made a website and everything, and a lot of times they do end up failing.
Hmm.
It's like a restaurant, like 70%
You might have the heart,
fail.
but yeah, you might have the heart, but you don't have the knowledge, or you might have the knowledge, but you end up petering out.
Hmm. I do think it's going to make a lot of money because he has a very big following. How many subscribers does he have? I don't remember.
Hold
Uh,
on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me look. He has about. Oh no! Why am I that? And why is that? He's at 473,000.
okay, so if he sells it, at like
But you
he's
know
an
these people are buying it. So I gotta say, you know these people are gonna buy it just for the cause. They're not gonna buy it and actually read the damn thing.
And that kind of sucks because I know a lot of people are going to buy it just because of that. Because I was one of those people. I buy it just to
Exactly.
support. And then I'm like, okay, this comic isn't good. And then I kept getting more, hoping that they would improve on their
And they
writing.
didn't.
And they didn't. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to stop, you
Exactly.
know?
That's exactly what I am. I buy these for the story, not for the cause. Yeah, his audience are culture warriors first and foremost. So I have no idea why even bothers doing this video other than just to show. You know, actually, no, I do know why. It's not to try and gain new readers. It's just to show off.
I do hope that if he does get criticism for whether like
They're,
somebody's
they're
not
gonna get
liking
pounced
this,
on. They're gonna get pounced on.
like if they emailed him or his what's it called, his company, like I'm pretty sure
Hmm.
he will have a company email. I do hope that if they do have some criticism for a
They're
specific
gonna be they're
work,
gonna be
that
told
he'll
off.
take it to heart. I mean, honestly, I have
I
seen
doubt.
him take criticism before, so I think I feel very confident that he will take it very well, as
But if
long
it's
as the
against
person
his,
is respectful.
mm, you
I'm
okay?
dehydrated.
Oh, but I think though, if they go against his own viewpoints, he's not going to be respectful. Like if he actually slips in some politics, they call him out on it. I don't think he'll be respectful. I think
Well,
he'll
is
be
he
mad.
doing the script writing? Did he say he's
Yes, from what I understand, yes, he is.
so? Is he doing the script writing for all of the books? Like, is
I don't
he
know that.
not?
I don't know that. He's always so vague about what he's doing.
Mhm. So, what I would like to know is, like, how many writers besides him are gonna be in there? Because I want to see more people's, I want to see more people's writing. I want to diversify in the writing. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but that's the other
Diversify.
thing.
I don't mean
That's
like all black people or whatever. I
yeah.
meant like give
That's
a
the
good
other thing.
variety.
That's the other thing. When you have different writers, unless he's going to be a strong editorial dictator, making sure everything goes through him, then there's going to be things that are going to go different. There's going to be changes. You're going to have egos involved. Unless he's writing all of them all on his own, or everyone's going to agree to say everything goes through me first. It's
Shoot.
not. Yeah.
The editing is also extremely important because that's
Yeah.
how we got into this mess with Marvel and DC right now.
Exactly. Exactly. And heck, what are the deadlines and everything? Are there deadlines? That's the one thing I love about Tim Lim and Mark Pellegrini. They have a system now where they're able to get everything going like a machine chugging out. But if Ripa is going to follow like what Ethan does, it's going to be it's done when it's done, or there's going to be just a few books every year, and then there's going to be a big delay. Or
I'm
this is
wondering
going to end
who.
up like the Bright Risers, where they do it for a while and then you don't hear anything anymore.
Well, this is going to be a website, so you might have to follow the.
Well,
I'm
right
guessing
now
it's
it's
an
just an
email
email sign up.
newsletter.
Yeah, that's right now the only thing they have on that website.
Wait, what? What was that?
That's the only thing they have on the website right now.
What do they have on the website?
The newsletter sign up.
Oh,
If you go to
the is the
rippaverse.com.
Gabe one? Gabe, whatever his last name is.
I know.
Is he still
I don't
doing his
know. I don't know.
Indiegogo? No.
I don't know.
Okay.
I
Dang
have
it! You're
no
supposed to be on
clue.
top of that stuff.
I why should I when I have no reason to buy it?
You're the tech guy. You're supposed to let me know everything.
You're the person I go to when it comes up for this stuff, not me.
Leave me alone. This is bullying. I for sure thought his logo was gonna be the animated version of himself.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I thought that too, but I
I
guess
think
he
that would
didn't
have
want
been great.
I guess he didn't want to be labeled as an egotist.
It's his hat though.
I know.
Okay, if that's what he chose. I do
Yeah.
think that he should have. I'm not sure if he did it or a graphic designer did it, but I do think a different design would have been a lot better. Uh,
Yeah. It's just, you know, and when I looked at that, I just felt like this is not catering. If I saw this, if I had no idea who Ripper was, and if I, but hold on, DC delays 5 different books for 3 weeks. Imagine a smaller or more like a scam publisher. Yeah. Or imagine taking almost three, coming on nearly 3 years now to get one book done. Well, you have another campaign that you wrapped up. You haven't even started on that book. Yes, again, talking about Ethan.
yeah, we know. You need to quit, James. Are you guys smoking in my chat? No smoking. This is a Christian channel.
But but yeah, again, there's no, if I was a normie and I saw that, like I had no idea who Ripper was. I have nothing to do with any of this anti-SJW stuff, and I saw that, I would be so turned off. I'd be like, "What first? Okay, what are the books about? Two, what is he talking about?" Oh,
Because I'm an idiot and an optimistic, I would have still checked it out anyway. Because I'm just a very curious person.
fair enough, but this is just going to end up like so many other crowdfunded books where they didn't have no, there's no purpose behind them besides the, hey, we just slapped this together.
We'll check. I'll check it out and see what's up.
Mm.
I'll keep up to date on it just because I am generally curious. Oh, he didn't say if he was gonna do digital and physical.
He didn't say that, and I don't know if he'll do digital because, again, that's a CG thing where they say no digitals. All because
Which
Easton
is
doesn't want to do
stupid.
digital. All because
That's why
Easton
the
doesn't.
UK left. CG UK people from CG and UK were like, "Listen, it's the shipping is too expensive on our end. Like and digitals will be better, but nobody likes digitals.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to get that refund cartoon and comics?"
I mean, seriously, I'm never gonna be. You know what? When it was just only a year late, I was still waiting up to say I'm not gonna buy any other Easton book besides Cyberfrog. Now I'm not even gonna do that after everything that's gone on.
Yeah. So many people I follow, like they have comic books already, and even though I don't follow them, I follow people who follow them and
Mm-hmm.
comment and retweet on their stuff. I'm now hearing that one of them has a freaking shared universe, and I'm like, when did you started having a shared universe?
You
I
told
don't
me
even have
that. You
all of
told
your
me that.
books, bro.
You told me that, and that made you kind of ticked off, right?
Yeah, and I'm like, this is the second time that's happening to me. Whether you start having a shared universe like Ripa is stating, or just don't freaking
For
do
me,
it. Don't do it in the
in my case,
middle.
even in my case, I'm making it very clear if mine's going to be a shared universe. Now, but the case where you started off and you made spin-offs, that's one thing. It's another thing entirely if you end up doing two separate things that were separate creations, and then you say, "Oh, they were part of the same thing all along." That ain't right. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
If he claims the ethnic backgrounds of the characters don't matter, then why not just have all the characters be colorless dolls? Well, that's the other thing is you're going to have to, if you can't if you're going to base it off the real world, which clearly they are, unless you're going to have to write people as different ethnicities. You cannot just have it be, see ya, Raymond.
bye.
You cannot write them up where they are like, oh, they're just going to act like generic people. They're not going to have any personality then if you're not going to follow what their race is.
Yeah. Um, like that's actually a lot harder to do. Like if you can, for a lot of black owned indie people that I follow, a lot of them will focus mostly on black characters because they're like, I feel like we don't see enough, so I'm going to make my own universe with that, and then add some white Asian characters here and there, blah blah blah. But it it definitely depends on who's doing it. Like I
Yeah.
did an experiment. So the experiment was I chose a few random episodes from the Batman animated series, and I paused where there's like a group amount of people, whether like an event or in a church or something, and
Mm-hmm.
then I went to something like Static Shock and I looked for the exact same thing, a huge group amount of people.
Mm-hmm.
The way they did those large group amount of people was incredibly different.
Well, yeah.
For the Batman animated series, it was mostly white, and then you saw a couple of black people, and then a Muslim.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the Static Shock one, it was mostly black, Hispanic. You see some Asians, and then some white
It was
people.
more diverse.
Yeah, it was more diverse. It's like
Well, to
one
be
was not
fair,
more than the other kind of
true,
thing.
true. But to be fair, I think there could be other factors behind it. I don't think any much of it is intentional, at least on the Batman side.
Yeah. No, I don't think it's intentional. I just realized this is something that happens a lot when I was watching both of those shows. And it's like differences, creative differences, I guess I should say. I
Yeah.
don't know. They wanted to, and I'm like, okay. I just found that kind of interesting, like a little trivia. And also, if you are a Christian and you say it's hard being a Christian, then you are indeed a Christian.
But
That's
yeah,
the Christian thing to say.
but
Man,
that's the
it's
other
so hard being a Christian.
that's the other thing though. Unless he's going to have it be where they're never going to bring up someone's politics, they're never going to bring up anyone's religion and whatnot. We're just going to get blank slate people who are just generic emotions.
It's rather that, or he's trying to say that we are going to have like diversifying characters and religions, but it's not going to be in your face. But like you said, he talks in a very vague way,
Yeah,
so you're not sure of which one he means, and that can be kind of
exactly.
difficult. I would not mind if he did something like a Q&A.
Yeah,
Like, hey, so like, what do you
but
mean by this? What do you mean by that?
no one's going to ask that. None of his people are going to ask that.
No, I know. They're just gonna take it. And I'm like, no, you gotta ask.
Nope,
I
because they
say
don't
this
care.
to
'Cause
everybody.
they don't care about the product. They don't. They just care about sticking it to the people. These guys do not want to be entertained. They do not want entertainment. They want stuff that they just want to have the outrage and they want to use these books to help the person make money. That's it. It could be utter shit, but for them, it's gold. These are the same people who still prefer Mandy Summers' POS work because they simp her so hard.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
unfortunately.
I do not care for any of her work, and I do not get how she can convince some people to do artwork for her for free. Probably because my guess is she probably gives them certain pictures of behind the scenes to convince instead of paying them.
I will say that if he does have a Christian character, that's an automatic buy for me because I want to see how it's written.
Yeah, but I mean, here's one thing I would do. I would have with some of my characters. I have a bunch of them who could be left leaning, right leaning, because I want to make sure. I want to make sure no one is talking a like in a hive mind. I do not want to have a hive mind where everyone's point of view is the exact same on a team of heroes. That is impossible. You should never have that, and that just tells you you're having a bias right there. And if there's so you need to have it, and not that if you're going to have people argue, technically there's going to be some bit of politics behind their own personal point of view, whether
Oh, that's
intentional or
right.
not. Whether intentional or not, there's going to be, like, say you have someone who's going to speak out saying, I don't like guns. They could be a liberal for all you know.
Funny enough, I'm registered Republican, but I never liked guns. They scare me.
I
But
just said
that's
that as
because
a
of the
possibility.
neighborhood I was in.
I'm just saying that as a possibility. I'm not saying that's a fact.
No, no, of course, of course.
And like I've said, I'm a registered Republican as well, but
The independent's more your thinking, isn't it?
yeah, exactly. I'm more
Yeah,
of an
same with
independent.
me.
I'm more of a in the middle because there's some left leaning views I have. There's some right leaning views I have. So I'm pretty sure if figure drawing was here, he'd be calling me saying that I'm clearly just not seeing the evils.
Oh, he said that to me too, tons of times.
Oh yeah, but then he'll backpedal and say, "Oh, I'm not saying all of them." I mean, you've seen that in the last stream.
No, Reese, don't go.
Don't
Okay,
go.
I'm a Democrat. I'm a libertarian. I'll be whatever you want me to be. No.
Wow, you're fickle.
Like a cactus or whatever.
But again, uh, again, this whole thing that he's doing is just like I said. You look at that video; it doesn't explain anything. It's just making a grandstanding to the anti-SJWs. That's it.
Yay, he stayed. So I wanted to ask everybody. I'm gonna be closing the stream
All right.
now. So I'm going to be asking a couple questions before you guys go to write it in the comment section. All right. Are you guys going to be seeing She-Hulk? Are you guys going to pre-order or buy Green Lantern Beware My Power? It comes out on the 26th of this month, by the way.
I can answer those two already. Yes, and I already had long ago.
Oh, did you hear what Cartoon and Comics said about Disney Plus?
What?
They've been recommending the comic books after the episode.
Thank you.
Yeah, and they said they gave them a 25% off coupon. It's a QR code, and you use your phone to scan it.
Nice.
Yeah, and I'm like, I
And what's
hope
the other
they
que-
have
what's
some
the other que-
She-Hulk ones.
What's the other question?
The other one is, are you guys interested in the Rippaverse? Are
No.
you going to be buying any of the comics, trying it out? Are you
Nope.
interested in what he has to offer? Should
Nope.
I buy one and review it?
Your call.
Will you guys pay me on my PayPal, by the way? Give me money, bro. I'm just kidding.
Give me money.
No. Hey, don't write on here. You write in the comment section when the stream is over. You guys are not following the rules. You guys are banned for life now. And,
You're banned for life.
And, did I have any other questions? I feel like I did. What is your favorite She-Hulk? Yeah, what's your favorite She-Hulk era? And if you're reading the current She-Hulk.
I'm skimming it. My favorite will be Dan Slott because that was my first, with Byrne a very close second.
How
And
dare you
Peter
have a
David
bias?
and Peter David a close third.
Oh, that's right. Peter David has one. I should get the Peter David one.
Oh yeah, that omnibus came out a while ago.
Yes! I can save money. All right, guys. Have a nice day. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure
Which
you
She-Hulk-
comment
Yeah,
so I
which
can like your
She-Hulk is-
comment.
Yeah, sorry. Which She-Hulk has the biggest butt depends on who's drawing her.
That's true. All
That
right,
poor
guys.
Byrne does not give her a big ass. I can tell you that.
He does not. I think one of Dan Slott's writers gives her the bigger
Artist.
Artists. Why I said writers.
Okay,
All right,
well, yeah.
guys. Have a nice day.